Yo, it's Turnip. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another 1v1. Quite a crazy 1v1. It is a long pissing contest. That's essentially what these Arbiter mirrors are. And there's some twists, there's some turns, and it's a very entertaining match, in my opinion. So I hope you enjoy it as well. We're going to have lots of time to chat this game, so I'm going to just start explaining what I've been preferring to do more in these Covey matchups, or just with my Covenant. I feel like I've been getting a little better overall with my planning. So for a while, I really didn't think too hard about where I put my buildings, like my temple, my supply pads, and I'm starting to change that. So I'm putting my temple on the side here. I want to put my supply pads in the back of my base where they are more protected, a little more safe. So I'm exposing some of the... that's why I'm putting my temple on the far right side. Trying to have less buildings on the outside in case of an Arbiter attack. I went temple second because I really don't need to go temple first. You don't need to go temple first as Arbiter. It's just not... It's not necessary. Arbiter mirrors are pretty... how do I describe it? They're pretty ass. They're pretty toxic at times. Not that anyone is toxic playing them. It's just... a lot of people find them very boring. And I can understand that. The Arbiters... essentially in this matchup, they just go up on offense on each other, try to do more damage. Same thing as like a brute mirror. The Covenant just push on each other immediately. Now, I played quite a few matches against this player here. God, I forget his name there. I just clicked on it, but pretty decent player. We played a few 1v1 matches, and he knows how to RB glitch, so you got to be at least a higher level to know that. So I'm queuing up some grunts, upgrading some pads, and I'm getting a little greedy. I'm taking these crates over here, and I notice he's already on my base, so I'm gonna get Citadel and try to fend him off here. I'm gonna DQ that pad because you do get a little bit of money left when you DQ it. I don't want to lose all of that money, especially when cash is so essential in the early parts of the game. I get a nice grunt off there. I thought he was porting in grunts, but it was just a ghost. Get another grunt off there, but he's going to kill that one there. Still getting some pads up, but I'm not afraid of him cheesing my base anymore. That's what I was afraid of, because he didn't port any grunts through right away, so that usually means he's stacking them up, looking for a target. But yeah, very glad to be back. It's been a little bit since I've done a 1v1 commentary. I did a poll recently, and a lot of you guys responded to that, and you said you'd prefer some shorter videos. So I'm going to try that out for a little bit, maybe 1 to 2 games per video, and try to give you a little more content instead of being so spread out. So there's that. This Arbiter's red bar now, I'm not really too afraid of him anymore because I can just rage him down once I catch up. I'm trying to just get this grunt off on him. Oh, I accidentally queued a factory up there too. But as always, the suicide grunts are the most effective unit. So he's practically pushed off my base. I'm on a Citadel. I'm going to just try to get him out of here, and he's just wasting my time right now. I notice he's also on a Citadel, so I really don't want him to get a double summon up. I feel like that is very would be very effective right now, because I'm just going single summit. So I want to get over there and try and deny him getting Banshees out. Because if you get like 2 or 3 Banshees and you stop the... If he stops my summit, like if he drops some grunts on it, and he can just do whatever he wants. He'll have the air lead at that point. Quick shout out to the members, the channel members. Somebody dropped a massive member bomb the other stream, and got quite a few members now. I'm gonna start with Goggins. Mistakes was made. My boy Alex Robinson. My boy Alex is always supporting the turnip. Big ups, Alex Robinson. Shrek. Shrek has joined the honor guard. Thank you, Shrek. Srijan Singh. Srijan. Gwant. Biggins. Scrub-a-dub-nub. Scrub-a-dub-nub. Welcome back. World at War Fusion. Kessler Jenkins. Sniff. My boy Sniff. Always hanging out. Thank you, Sniff. Chief 76. Chief in the gang. Big Sal. Sicko Care Bear. And Ronald Miller. Thank you guys so much. And thanks for supporting the channel with the donos and all that good stuff. So thank you guys. So back to the game here. His Arbiter's dead. I'm going to take this opportunity to start attacking his economy. And I did manage to get Tech 2 on a very, very poor eco. My eco is so bad right now. I was very concerned with him having Banshees, so I wanted to get Mamps up as soon as I could. And I got 2 heavy pads, so I think that's a good trade. He didn't really do much eco damage to me, so me being able to do some is very nice, especially those upgraded pads. So I'm feeling really good at this point. Got a nice eco lead. I'm on Tech 2 before him, so I just gotta play my cards right. My Arbiter's pretty weak though. That's not good. Kind of wasn't paying attention to him as much as I should have been. Just gonna kind of run him away. Try to keep this pad down because having him on... What is he on? 3 pads? I'll take it. We like that shit. We love it. He is on Tech 2 as well. He's got some grunts out there. I really should be upgrading my pads. I just pulled my Arbiter out because I don't want him to die. And I am going to get a second summit up before I upgrade my pads. Very Chad move by me. Double pumping on this economy. Chinese vampires. I'm going in for the kill right now. I'm trying to put as much pressure on as possible. I do have a grunt left over as well. He sends a vamp over. I think that's just a scout, kind of like a suicide vamp. I don't know if I agree with that. Everything counts. Kind of just send my Arbiter over there to do something. I'm gonna have him shoot or start taking down that expo for later. And then I started thinking to myself, what am I doing? I should be over here. So I send my Arbiter back over here to keep peppering these buildings. And I queue up some engineers to heal them up. Still got that suicide grunt there. I want to put him to good use. I'm going to put my vampires up here on the impassable terrain to abuse that. If you didn't know, the Arbiter cannot rage air units over things like cliffs, mountains, or things you normally can't walk land units over, he'll just die instantly. But he's doing a pretty good job of not falling into that like I would hope. I built some Banshees as well, because I knew I had the air lead. I could out-vampire him. Wanted to get some DPS with these. Tattered Car, that's his name. Tattered Car. It's definitely, it sounds like a Smurf name to me, but he was a general, so I couldn't tell you. Gonna throw a vamp away there. But he's still got his Arbiter out, and that's still very strong. My vampires can't deal with that right now. My Arbiter's too weak to really do anything, so I'm in a little bit of a weird spot. Finally upgrade some pads. But I hope everybody had a good holiday. If you celebrate Christmas or whatever you celebrate, hope it was a good time. Coming into the new year, I'm recording this before the new year, so I hope that you guys are enjoying that, and we're looking forward to a good 2023. It's been a great year for the channel, the most successful year ever for the channel. This year in review, we started out with 2,000 subscribers. I think it was just about a little over 2,000 at January, and now we're getting close to 5,000. So I really wanted to thank you guys for that, and I hope to keep bringing you this content that brings me joy, and I do want to expand out on some other stuff this year. I know I said that last year, because I made like an update video, but I really didn't click with some of the games I was playing. Like, I tried to play Dead by Daylight a little bit, and that game is fun, but it just wasn't for me in terms of like content creation. I just felt that was such a saturated field, and I just couldn't creatively think of something I wanted to add to that, or videos I wanted to do. I've got some other ideas down the pipeline, and yeah, we got some new games coming out this year, so I'm pretty excited. So I take him off those pads again. And this is why these Arbiter mirrors are so tedious, because you just can't kill anybody. Neither side can really do any damage to one another. It's like, if I were to build, I don't know, maybe Grunts would have done it, if I would have went like Hall or something. But the Arbiter can just rage pretty much everything down. Especially like vehicles. And he's starting to turret up as well, so it's getting a little bit difficult to push in on the Arbiter's base. Oh, another thing too, I'm trying to get some more show matches going. So if you know anybody, or if you are interested in playing on the channel, I would say a prerequisite have to be of a relatively higher skill level in the 1v1 scene. It could be 2v2s as well, but those are a little more harder to coordinate. But if you want to challenge somebody, maybe you're playing a show match for one of the Halo Wars, what do you call it? The Halo Wars League. If you're playing for some show matches there, like you're trying to up your skill in the league rankings, then maybe send me a message and see if we can work something out, because I feel like that would be fun. So I really can't do much damage. His Arbiter's pushing in. I'm going to opt for a shield because I have learned my lesson after many, many Arbiter games. The Arbiter just eats supply pads for breakfast. I just don't want to lose anything here. So I'm going to get a shield up. I'm having those Banshees. Well, they were about to kill that, and then I ran them away. I wanted to see where his Arbiter was. So I was kind of cautious. Didn't want him to get too comfortable on my side. But in other news, the turnip world's been going well. There's been some changes in the turnip life, some very positive ones, and Discord's been going good too. Lots of good people been joining into the Discord. I just want to say one quick thing about the Discord. Please just keep it civil in there. We don't need people posting about Alvin and the Chipmunk doing deplorable things, or, you know, busty photos of Cortana or other animated women. That's no bueno. And if you do participate in that, you will be banned. End of story. So, yeah, don't do it. I'm going for Tech 3. I'm trying to build a Scarab. I want to get this game over with because I have been just like, oh my god, I've got the eco lead. I'm pretty sure I can win this if I pull the Scarab out. Scarabs are really what you need for a Covenant. You know, to break a Covenant stalemate, you could say. I would consider this the stalemate phase, because, you know, I could go full pop Vamps right now, but it's like, why? It's just, he could rage them all down, and then he's got turrets. This is just a better way. So I'm gonna take the money over here. Killing this center base actually gives you quite a bit of supplies. I think it's like 500 or something. It's been a while since I thanked our sponsor, dihydrogen monoxide, the world's leader in hydration. Have been faithfully supporting Turnip Vids since 2019. Please pick them up at your local convenience store, grocery store near you. Again, that is dihydrogen monoxide. Check them out. So I'm sending this vampire in. I want to see. I need to see if he's on Tech 3. So he's not. He's not on Tech 3. I'm like, okay, this game is pretty much over. I've got Tech 3. I've got 25k or 2,500 resources. I'm just really waiting right now. Just checking to see if he doesn't have any expos. I'm trying not to rage or waste my money unnecessarily. Excuse me, or my manners. I don't know where his Arbiter is. It's kind of hiding somewhere. So the Scarab's going to get queued up. And I'm living in blissful ignorance. Got a decent amount of vampires as well. I think I got like 6 or 7. So I'm going to, in a moment here, any second now, I'm going to get Stasis Bomb, because why not? There's that Arbiter. Pretty strong. Still on Tech 2. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm chilling. We're chilling, baby girl. only a matter of time before I can get this over with and I can go about my day, get back to my coloring book and, you know, drinking my orange juice, all that kind of stuff. I have this vampire, that engineer, slowly healing all of those vampires. And I still don't know what he's up to, what he's doing. My thought process at this moment is he's going full pop vamps off a single summit. And he's going to try to drop him in on me. But that's what I was predicting, so I knew him going Scarab, or me going Scarab would counter that. So I see these vamps, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what he did. But then out of nowhere, this blue glow, he went balls deep into the suicide grunts. And it's actually quite terrifying. My Scarab is almost done, too. That motherfucker's just about to get out, but it doesn't. And I lose my main base. He cheeses it. A cheese worthy of Mr. Pig himself. I can't believe it happened. I was sitting here thinking, like, oh my god, how did I let that happen? My Scarab was about not even 2 seconds, maybe 1 second away from emerging, from being born. I don't know what you call that. It was so frustrating because to lose that, and I have nothing now. So I'm gonna try to split up here because I have no bases. And try to pull this back somehow. So he doesn't have many vampires. He spent a lot of money on the suicide grunts. I do have stasis bomb on those 4. And you couldn't see it really that well, but his vampires are not upgraded. He doesn't even have stasis drain on them. He's just got base kit vampires, which are just going to be real easy pickings for these stasis bomb. Speaking of Mr. Pig, if you see him, do not believe what he says. He is a conniving little stinker. Definitely a stinker. Mr. Pig is currently banned from the Turnip Discord for illicit material, not safe for work material. So if he tries to tell you otherwise, that he is being oppressed in some way, or he is being maltreated, there is no such thing going on. He has been warned multiple times, perhaps dozens of times, yet he persists, and now he lives in the cold loneliness that is ban world. So I managed to get my base back up here. Arbiter's still looking around, and I'm just abusing. I'm taking multiple bases at once to try to, become established. I keep saying, I gotta stop that. Like I was saying earlier, the Arbiter is just, there's nothing we can really do to kill each other. So he's got to work really hard to try and keep me down, but he's already let this base get back up. And I'm on an outpost in the center as well. My shield goes up. He was a little too slow. He was raging over there. So now we're back in this thing, folks. We're back in. Who needs a main base? You just rebuild it, am I right? I'm gonna go shield immediately on that base too. Just don't want to risk it. So this is kind of a bad engagement for me here. Yeah, very bad engagement. I may have better vampires, but I don't have a way to rebuild them. So I kind of shouldn't have done that. Should have sniped them from afar. Still doesn't have that base there. I am on Tech 3 also. He gives up. He realizes he can't really do anything there. Annie the cat is sleeping on my bed, watching me. I'm not quite sure where Dante is. I thought he might make an appearance this stream, but I guess not. I send the Arbiter back. I just want to see if he's on Tech 3. And he is not, so I'm like, thank God I can try it again. Slowly rebuilding my economy. All units. As you wish. Thomas Webb, I am chosen. All units. He's got a lot more vampires this time around. I see those crates are still there. Because if you click on a crate and it shows the crate icon, and that means they're still there, even through the fog of war. I delete that other summit just to get a supply pad up. Just want to get this Scarab up and running. Scarab online. I thought there was a way you could tell what tech level they have in there by looking at it through the fog. But I can't remember how you do that. I'm gonna send my Arbiter over there to pick up that money. Just because I'm scrounging for every last drop I can get. So the Scarab is queued and ready to go. And now we play the waiting game. I know it's kind of been tedious. These are Arbiter mirrors, folks. This is what you can expect. That's why if you see a lot of players get Arbiter mirrors, like if they go random all in a 1v1, they pretty much just, a lot of them just quit because they hate playing the matchup. But we don't do that. We are always up for a challenge here at Turnip Vids. Even if we lose, and we do lose, we lose quite often. Even if we lose our main base, we do not give up until there is no more light at the end of the tunnel. So I was afraid of the same thing happening because now he's got 2 bases. He can make 2 suicide grunts. So I went ahead and built 2 shields on each base, even if it just gives me kind of a really crappy eco. But I'm going to head straight over to his main base because that is the most important piece. That's what I want to focus down. He's got that base as well, so that tells me he's taking the bases. He's not really focusing much on his army, and he's setting back his some of his units and his tech because he's been expanding. So Scarab's out. I'm going to get another summon up there. We're going to start the counterattack. Scarab can climb over this terrain here. It's very useful. Makes that walk a lot faster. Don't have to go all the way around. So, this is one of the things I hate about Scarabs. I want to take this Arbiter down. That's my main focus. But this Scarab is just very difficult for it to hit the Arbiter. And my vampires are stuck, so he's getting a lot of his health back. But pretty much everything here is puny, and it's not going to do that much damage. He did invest a lot more into vampires. I think he's got stasis drain on him. Does he have Tech 3? I can't tell. I think he might have actually got Tech 3. But I can't really hit that Arbiter right now. It's just kind of frustrating. Because he's right under my legs, and the Scarab can't shoot like that when it's so close. So you can see how dangerous still the Arbiter can be if you're not taking care of it properly. I'm gonna take that shield out. I don't want to risk him getting his shield back on that base. The vampire's got a good angle on him, and the Arbiter is gonna die. Somehow we managed to bring this back, folks. We managed to turn it around. And yeah, that was quite something to lose your main base and still come back. I think I'll cut up the video here because really all I am doing for the next like 2 to 3 minutes just walking to each of his expos and blowing them up with my Scarab. So let me cut to the end here. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and definitely stay tuned for some more content. GG's to Tattered Car. It's a really great sport. He even sent me a GG. Rail beers. There it is. Send me the GGs. Big shout outs to this gamer here. GGs all around. Thank you guys. I'll catch you on the next video. Have a good one. Turnip out. Peace.